Hey everybody, welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to show you how I keep the underhood of my car so clean. This car has over 300,000 miles on it, and about a year and a half ago I did a video where I did a seafoam spray service on it, and it was a fairly popular video and got a lot of people commenting, how do you keep the underhood so clean? Or wow, that thing looks really clean for being as old as it is. And I'll tell you, it's a really simple process for keeping this clean. So today I'm going to show you how I do it using only 4 things. Number 1, just going to use a little bit of engine degreaser. 2, we're going to use a couple of brushes, various sizes. This is a tire brush. You find it in the wash and wax aisle of your auto parts store. This is a nylon parts cleaning brush. You can find this in the tool section of your auto parts store. And the 4th thing that we are going to need today is a hose. So let's get to it. Before we get to it, let's take a look at this car. This is the car I'm going to do this on. This car has about 250,000 miles on it, and I've done this fairly recently, so it's not that dirty. Certainly has a lot of dust all over the place, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Alright, so right now let's just take a real quick moment before we do this to talk about electrical connectors. Right now, let's open up the electrical connector on the mass airflow sensor and show you this is an area you do not want to get water in. So the way we are going to avoid getting water into these electrical connectors is by only using the shower setting on our hose. Not going to use any high pressure. We're not going to use anything other than just a real light rinse. These are made to not get water in them if you just get a little bit splashed on them. But if you try to use a high pressure, you can rocket the water into the electrical connector and you might have problems starting your car until that dries out. So let's do it the right way and do it with low pressure. Alright. First of all, I apologize if you can hear that barking dog. It's very hard to film a video without getting barking dogs in the background because all of my neighbors have dogs. So the first step in this process is we're just going to wet it down. The engine is not hot while I do this. Next step in the process, take the degreaser and we're going to do a section of the engine at a time. If you spray this on there and let it sit for too long, it's possibly going to discolor some of your plastic. So let's just do it one section at a time, and then we'll rinse it off and move on to the next section. I'm going to keep the hose with me and rinse off the brush often, especially if I wind up going around the area of the brake master cylinder. I don't want to get any brake fluid on my brush and then move it to a painted area of the car. That would be counterproductive. I'm going to use the smaller nylon parts cleaning brush to get some of the finer, harder to reach areas. Alright, here we are, a few hours later. Just took it out for a drive. Still got a few bits of water everywhere, but you can see how clean it is. Look at that radiator support. Sparkly clean. Power steering fluid reservoir. Had a bunch of fluid all over the place. Run my finger right on it. Strut supports, nice and clean. This is a good thing for a few reasons. Number one, if I need to find a leak, say this power steering hose was leaking and there was fluid everywhere, once I clean it, I can tell exactly where the leak's coming from. The other thing is, wait for that car to pass. The other thing is, if I need to work underneath this hood on the side of the road somewhere and I'm not dressed for it, I can stick my hands down here and not get them dirty. Firewall's nice and clean. You can read all the labels. I work for an auto parts company, and part of the thing that we do is we test batteries. If somebody comes in and they want a battery, I need to be able to read that label. And it's very, very common for me to have so much corrosion on a battery or so much gunk on a battery, I can't even tell how many cold cranking amps it's supposed to have. I can't put that into my little machine to give you an accurate test.